Welcome back to the Tidy Hanger. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well today. And today we have the Fanstoys release list going through most of 2027, if not all of 2027, in the order that they expect to put them out, and some more tidbits and details of what they are and aren't going to do. This is going to be so much fun. We might have a Triple X Phantasm. I won't, because I missed out on the pre-order like a freaking idiot. Anyway, Ryan on Facebook is really active on Facebook. Did get some information back from Fanstoys. Some questions were answered, and of course the release schedule updated. So this will be a little bit of fun. I'll put a little picture slide show to the releases, talk a little bit about each one, and yeah, let's get into this. Let's take a look at the updated release schedule and some more updates from Fanstoys on this wonderful Friday. Going to a great weekend coming up. Okay, so the Phantasm X pre-orders came and went. First off, the original Fanstoys Mirage was a good figure. It looks great. I can't imagine this looking a whole lot better, but it will. It will look better. When I got the jive in hand and all that good stuff, it did look better. It's pricey though, and so this is one of those things that they're not really charging you a fair amount. They're charging you $239 for like a $120 figure. And the weird thing is that when they did the same thing with Jive, I mean, they made it with the toy deco, and there's a lot more paint apps and stuff, so there was more money involved, maybe worth an extra $10. They also did the same thing with the Insecticons, where they painted silver on the chest and charged an extra $100. So, I mean, this is not anything new to Fanstoys, and if they pop back up, it shows, usually when they come in stock, it shows he has some more, and I'll probably snag one then. Take a look at it. If not, it's no sweat. I've got the standard one. Still, it's a brilliant looking figure. I'm sure it's going to stand out even more than the standard one. This is not actually a reissue. It's a recolor. You know, coming off of last week's talking about reissues that have shot up in price, they were reissued or reissued and still commanding crazy money on the secondary market. This thing will command crazy money on the secondary market because it's extremely short run. I don't know. Usually when they do these, they say there's only like 500. But I don't know, maybe 1,000. I have no idea the numbers, but I've heard something with Jive was only supposed to be like 500 or 1,000. So I assume the same thing with this. Which, you know, when they do something like this, why not produce a few more? They would make more, so their justification for the higher price. Anyway, there's not going to be a toy version head with the Mirage X, unfortunately. And then no more reissues or repaints. This is technically a repaint beyond Mirage X for foreseeable future. So it's kind of carrying the verbiage into 2027 of no more reissues. Now they did say no reissues, and this thing snuck up. So I could see them maybe doing something with maybe Cliff Jumper in the future or Dune Rider in the future, and those are the ones I think would really do well. I didn't really know that Phantasm was a figure people were trying to get their hands on anyway. Next question here was about the Twincast. Am I right? Isn't that a repaint? Wouldn't that be a repaint of Blaster? Yeah, I have a Twincast over here. I should just... Yeah, anyway. They said they're way too busy with new figures. So again, another no to a repaint, reissue kind of thing. The next bit of information is that Bonecrusher will be the first release of 2027 and comes with Devastator gun and should finish the bot. And this is all kind of Hadid's already like coming out, so they're just like assuming everyone's got it and moving on. But then again, I was gonna make a different video today, but this information popped up, and so I want to also kind of point out that I might get sidetracked with some of those topics I've been working on this past week, but I am going to be talking about affording collecting. I think I did it like 5 months ago, but it's time for another one because 2026 is here, different stuff. But we will finish this figure up in the first release of 2027, theoretically. Okay, so starting after Mixmaster, we get the Rambo. And now this is Sideswipe. I am starting to wonder if this one is going to be better, if I'm going to like it better than DX9, because I really do like the DX9. I do believe the paint will be premium, the weight will be there, but this DX9 did a good job on theirs. It wasn't a bad one. I think the arms and legs look thick on this, So, I mean, it could be one of those that Fanstoys is not the best, but I still have it coming in. I'm going to check it out. And usually when you get it in hand, like you look at these pictures and you're like, well, I don't like this or that. And you get it in hand, it's like, oh, that's not bad at all. So that was kind of how I was with the Bad Cube. And I got their Red Alert. And I thought that one looked a little odd in the pictures, but got in hand, I was like, this is a huge improvement from Takara. It's the kind of stuff that we've been looking for. Improvements from Takara. So this would be an improvement from X Transbots. This is the Turbos. This would be the next one out, their Windcharger. And this is actually more challenging to put together than I thought, because you're balancing between Fantastic Model and Fanstoys. So, but this is still Fanstoys. Windcharger. And it looks good. Again, the feet, the lower part of the feet just are odd how they did it. It's odd how they did it. It's odd how X Transbots did it. And people bash the X Transbots one, but it still looks good on my shelf. I don't mind. And I've already committed to... So my son was actually going to buy an X Transbots version. We had a toy shop, and we were going to get it. He was going to get it. And I said, no. There's going to be a better one made, and then I'll just let you have mine when I'm done with mine. And so that's our deal. So once this review's over, he gets that. No, don't tell him. Maybe he forgot, but I'm still going to maybe wrap it up as a Christmas gift or something. Kind of fun there. But I think this will be better. I'm not expecting it drastically better. After that, we're going back to Fantastic Model with a Red Alert, and I think he looks good. What is it with this? So, yes, he's different because of the way that they do the doors. The doors operate different on him. The doors aren't. I think the arms will come out and have articulation, and the doors will just kind of like be flaps off the back, if possibly. Probably is how it's going to work. And then his legs, I mean, the red made it look thicker. This doesn't look as thick as the Rambo. So it's just how it always is. The Ratchet always looks better than the Ironhide, and the Red Alert always looks better than the Sideswipe. But this will be the next one, Firefighter. Okay, so after that, they would have the Nose Cone, Pythagoras. So bouncing back to Fanstoys. And a quick shout out to Show Z. A huge thanks to them and the way they do things. I could just type in Nose Cone because I'm not the best with the combiners' individual names, even though I think I'm with the third one of these I'm working on or something. But just being able to type the Nose Cone, and that's for sure the one. Makes it a lot more helpful and simplistic. But Pythagoras looks pretty good, looks pretty solid. I think they're stepping up the game on this because the Bingo Toys is pretty good. And Bingo Toys has done some good work, and they want to kind of block it. I think they want to get theirs out there so that you get on theirs instead of Bingo Toys. And that goes to show that competition is kind of fierce right now. Okay, so sandwiched in between the Nose Cone and the Strafe would be... You want a triple X throw down? Mirage, the Phantasm, the triple X go down on the Phantasm. And so that's what would come after that. So in between these two figures, there's a reissue. I kind of believe, this is my belief, since it's already been done once, the reissue is probably easier to manufacture than a new figure. A new figure probably entails a lot more because they have to work out some bugs and kinks and things in manufacturing. And this is like, oh, we've already done this. We already got it. It's just slightly different paint apps. So that's probably what's going on there. And with that, the Euclid... The Strafe will be a direct... Is that the one? Direct competitor with the Bingo Toys? Or am I losing my mind here? But what is next on this list after the Strafe? Okay, so that is Bonecrusher. Here's the thing. So I guess we're into the beginning of 2027. There is the pre-order for it. And it's still just in gray model scale. And they're saying we're going to have this in 7 months. So that's what they're saying. We're going to have, well, I guess they don't really release anything in January, do they? January, February. So anyway, we're going to have this in 8-9 months. Something like that. Still in grayscale model. And that's what it looks like. And we finish up your Devi. And quickly give you a hand with that. Give you a hand with that. It's more like an arm. And a leg. Well, it's got the leg. But yeah, that's where we are with that. So what are we getting after this? back to fantastic model. I'm gonna say this. I hope I keep these images in correct order. So Cop, the first one, Cop Prowl, and that one is gonna be next, and they're gonna do them simultaneously, one after the other. So the brothers, the Datson brothers, are gonna come out together, one after the other, release after release after release, which I actually don't have a problem with that, because I understand, like, manufacturing wise, they're probably going to share a lot of parts. It would make a lot of sense, and if they could use this opportunity to keep the price in check, I'd be okay with that. And we haven't, well, I haven't heard anything really great about the DX9 Prowl. I passed on it to wait for the Fanstoys. So evidently I'm not having to wait too long, just a year. It's not that bad. 1 year after the DX9 came out. So the next one is going to be Blue Streak or Flash, FM09, and again, these look so similar because they were exactly the same figure except repainted for the most part in G1, and they are keeping pretty true to it. So with that, I'm looking forward to seeing color renders. We're probably going to get color renders at the next TFCon. Whenever that is. Is that Toronto? Toronto, probably. Anyway, I don't keep up with cons because I don't go to them that much. They're too far away. And then after that, we get Smokescreen. Now, this one does look significantly different. And the chest, I'm just noticing it looks more boxy than rounded off. And this guy does kind of look like the like Hunk and Chunk and all of those characters, you know. But Truffle Shuffle. But there it is. It looks pretty good. These probably will be the best ones out there when they come. And yeah, that's where that's at. Making sure I'm still in order of the release list. After that, we get a Broadside. Now, I didn't pre-order Broadside. I probably will see how my financial situation is and what the real price is. I'm thinking $400. Has anybody heard a Broadside price? Does anybody know? I guess I could look it up on... Okay, I plugged Oceanus into TF Source. Got nothing. I got a little dinosaur saying you couldn't find what you're looking for. So, it is what it is. But yeah, that's the one that should be coming after that. And then we start getting into some more fun stuff. Chrome Dome. You know, this is another one of those that I would have much rather started with Brainstorm and then, you know, done Highbrow so that we could have a team and then replace, what was it, Make Toys? Make Toys. But they're just wanting to take Make Toys on directly. Now, this thing's been a two and a half years on pre-order, I believe. Hold on a second. I'm lying. October 30th of 2021 is when I pre-ordered it. Another shout out to Shozy Store because they're keeping track of that right here for me, so I could just see it. It makes it easier to to complain about Fanstoys. I'm not complaining about Shozy because they're giving us tools here. I am complaining that, like, why are they not giving us Brainstorm, and why is it taking them so long to get this figure out? Why'd they announce it so soon? Maybe that's what it is. Why did they announce it? Why? There's nothing to block. Make Toys already got theirs out. Okay. Then after that, let me double check. I think we are getting into the Optimus Prime. And we have a little more information about Optimus Prime. So Chrome Dome, after Chrome Dome is Optimus Prime. Optimus won't come with a trailer. But maybe in the future they'll do it. And if you really understand the roots and core and the Fanstoys, is FTO1? The trailer is the first item they made. It was a knockoff, KO upscale of the original G1 trailer to go with the MPO1. And they did that. That sort of got their name out there. And then they started with some other stuff in Scoria and those kinds of things. Soar. That started getting their name out there. And, you know, now they dominate. But it's kind of funny. Won't come with the trailer, but they might put one out. I wonder if there'll be some homage to it as it being their first item they ever made, or the first item that I know of them making. And lastly, they're saying they're not guaranteeing Fortificus Titanicus. Titanicus. They're not guaranteeing this guy's going to be out in 2027. And here's the thing. I would like a U.S. release of Cerebros. That would be awesome. But, and here's why. Because I would, if I got this, I would put the Japanese head on this one, and then I would put the USA Cerebros in Babo, because that's how I would want it. But I assume they're going to do that too, because, you know, Fanstoys doesn't hate money. They're not like Hasbro hates your money, but Fanstoys doesn't hate your money. They will gladly take it and give you what you want. So anyhow, that's it for the updates here. Let me know how many of y'all got in on the Phantasm, Triple X Phantasm going on over there. How many got in on that? I missed it. And what do you guys think of these updates? Was this helpful? Is there anything you're really looking forward to? You excited about it? And do you think we're going to continue this really no reissue or very little reissue? I mean, on average, wouldn't they put out 7 reissues, 6 reissues a year or something? So 1 is not very many, and if they do 1 a year, that's not very many. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's have a wonderful, great weekend. I'll be back with more content, of course. Tidyarm, hang around.